today, which we're very thankful for. That'll bring us to a total of 16 between our recreation coaches in the borough, and hoping to make some more for the safety of the kids. Reminder, our drug prescription take back is Saturday the 27th at Stop and Shop, 10 to 2. Get rid of those unwanted or unused medications. And then finally, we're assisting the Borough and Mountain Way School and Borough School with a walk to school event on Friday the 26th. So our officers will be flooding the area on Mountain Way and all our school walking routes to ensure the safety of the kids as we promote walk to school day. That's all I have.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Public Works, Art.
Thank you, Mayor. DPW continues to work on the police and DPW vehicles. They remove garbage all the time from the parks, from the garbage cans. We appreciate it. They were working over at the teen center, removed some older furniture. Obviously cutting grass is starting to grow. They're taking care of all the grass cut. They helped trim some trees at Jim Fear property and over at the pool, a tree fell, and on Bryce Way, so that's helped save some costs instead of using our arbor or tree company. And then they started getting they painted the benches for the pickleball courts and over by the teen center, so they've been quite busy, and we appreciate all their efforts to keep the town looking so good. And that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Our engineer, Bill?
Yes, Mayor. 2 quick notes. We'll be starting on the design of the Style Avenue Road Improvement Project, going to be approved tonight. And the Capital Road projects will be advertised for bid on April 25th. The bids received on May 15th.
Is that Mike now, Mike?
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you hear me?
Yep, now we're good.
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much. Public grounds, public buildings and grounds, is Joan?
I got some quick stuff on her, sorry. Roberts Garden Commission met last Friday, this is from Joan Goddard, Councilwoman Goddard, to tour the Roberts Garden property. She said they were happy to welcome their named member, Summer Harrison. They identified locations for 2 new native trees that were donated to the borough, and the DPW will be planting the trees within the next few weeks. In addition, they identified new areas for native bushes and smaller tree plantings, and documented trees that need protection, reinforcement, etc. The commission will be sharing the costs with the Buildings and Grounds Committee and Council for approval. The commission is still looking for a volunteer with a landscape architect background to help with developing a reference map of the trees on Roberts Garden property. Somebody who has CAD design background. So if this is an opportunity that interests you or you know anyone who has this skill, please reach out to Nancy Critchley with Beautification. Her information is on the website. There's also a magical gnome and fairy trail underway that was mentioned in our last council meeting. A few Morris Plains moms, with the support of Buildings and Grounds and Beautification Committee, have started an awesome project to bring even more magic into our community of caring. It's called the Whispering Woods Project, Morris Plains, New Jersey. You can check it out on Facebook. It's all about getting kids of all ages out exploring nature. They are turning the Thonis Pond Trail and Community Park into a magical spot, sprinkled with some gnome and fairy houses throughout. If you want to learn more or sign up to be part of getting the project off the ground, visit and follow us on our Facebook page. In addition, the team will be at the Farmers Market in June, so you can learn more about the project there.
Public health, sanitation, and sewers, Nancy.
That's me. Okay. Earth Day event at Morris Plains Community Garden. April is Earth Month, and so as I mentioned at the last meeting, Beautification is working on that new pollinator garden at the community garden, so they'll be doing some tours of that. There also will be volunteer groups participating in the garden cleanup, coordinated by the community garden head, Lynn Schunzel. And Clean Communities will be doing cleanups in the borough under the direction of James Marandino, our Clean Communities coordinator. Walk to School Day, as the chief mentioned, is part of our Earth Week celebration on April 26th, getting people out of their cars and on lacing up their sneakers. And then at the garden, I mentioned the cleanup. They're also going to be having at 10 to 1 p.m. at the community garden. You can learn about composting and vermiposting. You can also enter to win free giveaways of composting bins and garden tools. Information on the borough website. Board of Health, at the April 10th meeting, our health education field rep reported on health officer activities, blood pressure screenings, and health inspections. Much of the meeting was devoted to describing the current roaming cat situation in the area of Franklin Place, discussing our existing ordinance, and listening to residents who shared their experience with roaming cats and compliance with our ordinance versus TNR in their neighborhoods. Apparently, it's not just been happening here, it's happened elsewhere in the borough where other people didn't want to comply with the existing ordinance and wanted to kind of reduce the population as we're doing here on Franklin. Dr. O'Reilly, the Board of Health President, stressed that next steps will be to conduct welfare checks, wellness checks on properties where the roaming cats are sheltering, and attempt to identify the scope of the problem. In addition, board members were given copies of the existing ordinances that attempt to address cat overpopulation to study for future discussion, but he warned that the process takes time to amend an ordinance. To date, the report that you referred to, Mayor, Animal Control Solutions has reported that with financial and trapping assistance of a handful of residents, they have trapped a total of 37 cats in the area, including kittens and pregnant cats that will help prevent exponential increase in the cat population. Fewer than 50% have been returned to the area after being spayed, neutered, and vaxxed. In addition, summons have been issued for unlicensed cats and feeding roaming cats. The animal control officer estimates that at least 3 new cats have recently been spotted in the area, and that several of the original smarter cats are still eluding capture. Residents can assist by helping to locate the estimated 3 to 4 litters of kittens that we think are still at large in the Franklin and Mountain Way area, that area there. The next Board of Health meeting is Wednesday, May 8th. Municipal Alliance has an event on, I put a flyer outside, Wednesday, April 24th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. It's a mental health first aid overview at Morristown High School. May 17th, they're having their Around the World Festival at the with Borough School. I think they're coordinating it from 6 to 8 p.m. And Municipal Alliance provided funding for a teen center as well as for our brochures for our parent orientation last night, and giant posters and markers for teen center events, and they're paying for the some upcoming activities as well. And for teen center, approximately 18 families attended the 5th grade parent orientation. Thank you to the mayor for stopping by. Teen center board and staff discussed the history and purpose of the teen center, role of parents, code of conduct, and safety. We will be reaching out to remaining families to bring them up to speed for those who missed the meeting. And step-up night for the 5th graders is June 7th. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. We had, as Ernie mentioned, 2 new parents offered to step up as board members, one as registration coordinator and one for refreshments and facilities. So we're still looking for several board members. We also have an 8th grade house coming up soon with Scream Truck, so chaperones are needed for that event. That's it.
Thank you. Ordinances and public utilities, Cathie.
Yes, it's nice to see the Downtown Morris Plains group, they're all here tonight. And I thank you for coming here, because the first thing I wanna just mention quickly, I'm also on the Business Development Committee, and we met together. I'm sorry that Sal's not here, because he's on the committee, as is Mayor Karr. And, we got together for a meeting, we couldn't have one today, I know, you know. And, working together for the betterment of Morris Plains. One of the things I've, was registered for to participate in, to hopefully get something going in Morris Plains, is a film-ready workshop at the Morris Museum. It's next week, and some of the points are to the economic benefits to hosting on-location filming, attract and welcome productions to our community, how to create opportunities for small, minority, and women-owned businesses, and there will be more information to come on that. Also, we had a meeting of the conceptual feasibility study for the proposed municipal building renovation. And we met with the Museo Group, the architects, who explained the feasibility study to our borough committee. Assessment will be due on or about May 6th, and the committee will have, the committee will see drawings to peruse before Memorial Day. That's all I have.
Thank you. We have no presentations of communications or petitions. We have no introductions of ordinance. We do have one on second reading. Yes, sorry, Cathie.
Sorry. I, Councilmember Kelly, read by title the ordinance entitled Ordinance Number 3-2024. An ordinance revising the Stormwater Control Ordinance, Section 13-4.16 of the Code of the Borough of Morris Plains, which ordinance was introduced and passed on first reading at a meeting held on March 21st, 2024.
I announce the meeting is open for a public hearing. Any members or residents wishing to speak on the ordinance? Seeing none, I close the public hearing.
I, Councilmember Kelly, state that the above ordinance as read by title on second reading at this meeting be adopted and finally passed.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Nancy, roll call please.
Ms. Verga.
Yes.
Mr. Bruhn.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
I declare the ordinance adopted and finally passed. This is an ordinance that revises the borough's stormwater requirements as per the DEP. We have no resolutions, no unfinished business.
No, we do have two
Oh,
resolutions.
I'm sorry, we do. We do have resolutions.
All right, the following is a resolution for consideration here this evening by Borough Council entitled Resolution Terminating Sharoon Ali from serving as coordinator for the Borough Teen Center and withdrawing any offers of employment. Whereas Sharoon Ali served as coordinator for the Borough of Morris Plains Teen Center, and whereas at its April 4th, 2024 public meeting, the Borough Council and Mayor discussed Sharoon Ali's services coordinator, and whereas the Borough Council for the Borough of Morris Plains at its April 4th, 2024 public meeting had decided to terminate Sharoon Ali's service in the position of coordinator and offer her the opportunity to continue in the position of assistant coordinator. And whereas the Borough Council again at its April 18, 2024 public meeting decided to continue the termination of Sharoon Ali's service in the position of Teen Center Coordinator and further elected to withdraw any offers of employment. And whereas in keeping with the borough's established practice and in accordance with the norms of human resource management, the borough does not discuss personnel issues in public and will therefore have no further comment on this matter. Now therefore be it resolved by the Borough Council, the Borough of Morris Plains, on this 18th day of April, that 1, Sharoon Ali's service as coordinator of the borough's teen center is terminated and all other offers of employment are withdrawn, and 2, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Does anyone from council wish to move that resolution as set forth?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Let's take a roll call.
Roll call please.
Ms. Verga.
Yes.
Mr. Bruhn.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
No vote.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
The following is another resolution for consideration by Borough Council here this evening. Resolution appointing Jake Cahill to the position of interim Teen Center Coordinator and authorizing the Borough Clerk to post advertisement for the position of Teen Center Coordinator and Teen Center Supervisor. Whereas there exists the need within the Borough of Morris Plains, hereinafter referred to as Borough, to appoint an interim Teen Center Coordinator until such time as the Borough hires a permanent Teen Center Coordinator. And whereas Jake Cahill has indicated a willingness to serve as interim Teen Center Coordinator. And whereas the Borough Council, the Borough of Morris Plains has resolved to appoint Jake Cahill as interim Teen Center Coordinator. And whereas the Borough Council desires to post an advertisement for the positions of both Teen Center Coordinator and Teen Center Supervisor. Now therefore be it resolved by the Borough Council, the Borough of Morris Plains, on this 18th day of April 2024, that 1, Jake Cahill is hereby appointed as interim Teen Center Coordinator at the current rate of compensation received by the Teen Center Coordinator as set forth in Resolution 2023-167, now on a prorated basis. 2, the Borough Clerk is hereby authorized and instructed to post an advertisement for the positions of Teen Center Coordinator and Teen Center Supervisor. 3rd, this resolution shall take place immediately. Does anybody from council wish to move that resolution as set forth?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Take a roll call.
Roll call please.
Ms. Verga.
Yes.
Mr. Bruhn.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Am I allowed to make a comment? Okay, I just want to say that I voted not to, the vote was 3-1, so the yes votes win. And it sounds silly that I would say yes to hire anybody else us to replace her, but we need somebody to run the show, so I will vote yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
We have no unfinished business, we do have new business, I just want to talk about for a few minutes is affordable housing, as everybody, well, as most people are aware of. The governor signed the affordable housing bill. I put together an affordable housing committee, we met last week for the first time. And our professionals, our affordable housing attorney, just trying to grasp the kind of damage that this bill is going to do to local communities. We're not arguing that we need affordable housing at all. It's just the extent and how it went fast-tracked through the state and the Senate and the Assembly down there. As a soft number, we are about 111, between 111 and 127 units of affordable housing in Morris Plains. Very soft number, but if that's 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 market rate units for affordable, you're talking nearly 600 more units to be required here in Morris Plains. Just as a perspective, what we've done on American Road and Route 53 is around 650 units or so. So you're looking at about the same size development and impact to the borough with this new bill. We are going to work hard to try to get our number down. There's not much wiggle room there, but we do have some options that we certainly will look at as a committee and a council, and make the best decision that we possibly can for this ridiculous bill that was signed, affecting everybody. Everybody realizes now what the last round brought, nearly 700 units to this town. It's no fault of mine, no fault of council people. This is a state mandate, if you will, for housing that is funded by taxpayers of New Jersey. So I'm very disappointed with it, but we have to deal with it. So we'll play with the cards that were dealt here and hopefully have a better outcome than we look at right now. At the beginning stages, we have many dates to comply with between now and July 25th of 2025, and but we're going to do our best shot to do what we can for the residents of Morris Plains and lessen the impact. We do have vouchers, Mr. Wagner.
I have a checklist dated April 18th for vouchers totaling $2,879,276.17.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Nancy. Roll call, please.
Ms. Verga.
Yes.
Mr. Bruhn.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
We have no need for an executive session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The ayes have it. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight to be part of our meeting. Thank you.